basin port, my urine bag output, and I'm just about to open the floodgates. So let's get it going, shall we? Alrighty. Let's see. Let go. Ugh. There she goes. Ahoy there, Maggie. Can you see the urine matches? My toe, no toe. Wanted to say hello. Okay. Now we'll see if yours go by. See if I can see one down towards the 2/3 of the way down on the right. It's going out. Anyone see that there? What's that there to the left hand side of my pointing finger? Okay, be right back. Take 2. I think it's the screen. Stupid Filipino. But it is blurry. I don't know whether that's because I'm just looking at the darkness of a doorway. Okay, it's going to stay in for a minute. I'm so tired right now. I'm going to fall asleep anytime very shortly. I'll take it from different angles maybe. I mean, I don't think there is any presence of anything. I thought I saw something up here a minute ago. Oops, my finger does. Okay, well, I'm under with it now. We couldn't do buckets to that. That's the fan folks, you can see. Well, we'll go back and we'll just hold it still and see whether we catch any orbs and which direction they're going. I'll play them all back. All about 4 or 5 little clips so far. Put my leg down. See whether I can see it from anything in the doorway, but I wouldn't because that's where the fan is quite prevalent. To play it back, I can't see anything so far. I'll do one more span around and see how it goes. Anything, anyone? This way, around a little bit more, I think it will be too windier for anything to hang around or come out of something else. So, if you do see anything, tell me in the comments below. Okay, don't you love you and leave you now. Wow, the smoke is big time this day, Saturday. This was just walking out of my back door. Holy freak, it really concerns me now. That generally means fires are close. And as you can see, we're virtually surrounded. And if we get a firestorm, then all these little reserves, they're in the middle of all these housing estates, will all go up. Brick house, wood house, no matter what house. Far out. Hope my neighbour's parent and sister arrive safely today. They fly into Coolangatta from OS, and with smoke like this they may even shut the airport down. I don't know. Holy wow. So my son was going to go to his friend's place today, but no longer. It's pretty bad, guys. And it's not so much the black smoke, it's the grey smoke. Obviously black smoke is when fire is very near. However, white smoke at least had a bit of time to, I don't even know whether you're getting this on the camera, but holy hell, it's pretty scary from my perspective. See how bad it is out the front, shall we? So this is walking up the side yard. At least we can walk in our grass now. The grass was full of friggin' bindi eyes. Okay, so pretty much the same. And although it's not really thick, I can bike across there, and I don't really won't. It's been there for days. And you can even see it as you walk out or looking out of the back door. So give you a bit of a glance at that. Not sure how much you're going to see with the camera though. Air conditioning has been rampant for the last 24 to 48 hours because of the smoke in the air and our son's asthma. It at least provides us with clean, cool air. The biggest place I can really notice is this area here in the back in the trees. So it's it's pretty serious, these fires. We pray that everyone keeps safe, well, hydrated and indoors. Take care everyone, till now, for now. Now my windows are quite dirty, so ignore the fingerprints, but that's the smoke looking inside out. Yeah?
How the fuck do you do that? How do you turn it around?
Bottom right hand side. What?
No.
Bottom right hand side.
Yeah, bottom right hand side, I'm pressing.
The cover's sort of not on properly, so you have to push it hard. I might have to take it back because... What the fuck? Wowza, it's not a bad day now though. I'm in the pool, getting cool. Hi Bams. Bamsies, later on you can come for a swimmy. Look at the amount of water that's come out of here. Don't worry, I'm facing it on me. Oh, as you've seen folks, it's a bloody smoky day today, but oh my God, it's so friggin' nice in here. I recommend anyone that's got a pool do this very same thing, especially if you're on the GC. Actually, I can imagine there are a lot of people this weekend in their pools on the GC. For sure, for sure. What's happening today? Well, I've already spent my day crying and upset. It's my bestie's birthday today, so comment below wishing her a very happy birthday for me. As for me, well, I haven't been out of this house besides seeing a doctor, and today I'm getting out to see another doctor. So, which reminds me, what the hell is the time? Okay, he's hoping you get to see me properly. I'm just covering the screen for a minute to make this shot a better one. There's so much traffic on the road today, it's unbloody believable. And I'd say it has got something to do with the fires, because there is a bit of a brush fire, in the Merrimack area that was started yesterday that grew out of control overnight. Oh, it's fucking hectic this time of the year, isn't it? And I don't think it's just the fact, turn that down otherwise, well, I won't get demonetized because I don't even get monetized. Yeah, it's a pretty hectic time of the year this year. I mean, I don't remember it going this smoothly at all. Yeah. Not actually looking forward to Christmas though this year, peeps. I'm really not looking forward to it. My family will never be a decent family. It'll always be dysfunctional, as people keep telling me, and I've just got so much worry on my plate right now with my health. My daughter and my son are the only ones who support me. I've never really gotten any support from the other party in my life, but hey, I shouldn't be going back. That is the past after all. But yeah, I'd never get support. My daughter brought up a very good point, and I mean, I won't put it on air. I'm stuck at some sort of gridlock, and my question is, it's rampant in my head, is the reason why I opened YouTube in the first place was to let you guys out there know what it's like to have a dysfunctional family, what it's like to have a dysfunctional marriage, what it's like to be a part of domestic violence. I mean, but through the days and times I've wanted to tell you what it's like, what I'm experiencing, I don't, because people have told me not to. Number one, because it may be one of the big mistakes that I ever make. Fucking loser in the emergency lane is just driving past about 70 kilometers. Fuck me dead. If it was an emergency, why aren't you in a police car or a fucking ambulance or even a fire engine? Anyway, so from day one, I've always wanted to use this platform as some sort of, not airing platform, but something to share my experiences with in relation to domestic violence in my dysfunctional family, as I've previously mentioned. But I've always not done it. I've never followed through, and that's because other people have told me in my life that it's not a good idea because, well, number one, you may regret it for the rest of your life, and yeah, I may regret it, but that's the reason why I opened this channel. So I'm going to go back to that, and I am going to reflect on my life and obviously not really forget the past, but remember that it's always happened, and stay cautious. And from now on, I will give you an insight to, you know, the marriage, to what's going on with my family. Well, it's not even a marriage anymore. It's gone. The marriage doesn't exist. It's not a functional thing. It's not a thing that is alive. And that's because people in my life, like that particular person, don't want me to be part of their life. You know, it's been I for that person. It's been I, myself, and me, myself, and I for that person. It's never been our, or not once, not even the once in my life that I held a joint bank account that I suffered greatly for emotionally, physically, verbally, and financially. That never happened again. That account was lost. It was never shared. It's never been ours.
or anything like that. It's always been on a fucking lost thought, and I didn't take the exit I was supposed to take. Yeah, it's never been ours, and I'm sorry I'm having a conversation like this, but at the moment that's the only way I can do it. New laws are coming into Queensland in the new year to say that if anything takes you away from your driving experience, then you can be fined for it, and this would be classified as one of those events. Not to mention smoking, maps, if you're on a map, even though your passenger might have the map, if they've got the volume up, that may be a distraction for you, so you can be charged for having your mobile phone on. When I say charged, you're fined, I should say, you're fined. I don't know how much, but obviously it's enough to sort of get the state revenue in to where it needs to be. So yes, going back to my experiences and my continued experiences, I at the moment is probably going through the worst part of my life. You know, a year out from my bariatric surgery, I've lost almost 45 kilos. I should be jumping and dancing and fucking too, I should be. But I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing absolutely none of it. And that's because I'm not a happy chappy. I'm severely depressed, even though I hide it really well in my vlogs. I suffer anxiety. I don't know whether you can hear in the background or sort of see me jolting, but that's my foot playing with the brake and the accelerator because I'm anxious. I suffer anxiety. I am so dissatisfied with my life right now. It is disappointing. I love my daughter and I love my son and I love my little granddoggy to bits. And I'm not sure if I would survive this life if I didn't have those people. But then again, I can't speak for them, can I? Speak for myself. So I've just got to slow down to let all these people in. I don't like it when you get onto a highway and people speed up and they stick to the car in front of you or the arse of the car in front of you and they don't let you in, when realistically it's only polite and common sense prevails for some. So yeah. Anyway, so my life at the moment is in tatters. I am not looking forward to Christmas. I hate the thought of Christmas. And you know what? There are so many other people out there who are financially strapped as well, and I should be lucky that I do have my daughter to help support me. But it crushes me inside because why should my daughter, who's not married to me, who should have a life of her own at the age of 25, who should not be compelled to take her mother to her doctor's appointments and fit into my schedule? Why should that be? Oh, fuck. I'm so angry with myself too for letting this happen. My life is my life because I've allowed it. I've enabled it. And I've enabled a person to treat me this way. And that's sad. I always thought I was strong. I always comment on people and that don't feel strong enough to stick up for people. And when we're having a conversation, I'll say to this person, well, fuck that. I'll be telling him who's fucking boss or, you know, what is what. But realistically, I couldn't even do that to my own fucking marriage. Oh, God, I tell ya. Oh, man. I'm just going to stick to the highway. I'm not going to get off. Sorry that you have to even see this. Fast forward if you must, but glad I didn't take the other way. It's chock-a-block full of cars and it's bumper to bumper. They're barely moving. At least I'm doing 60 on the highway, 110 zone. But be thankful I'm doing that at all, I guess. Yep, so today's doctor's appointment, as I said earlier in my footage, I I generally just want to find out whether smoking cannabis illegally, if I smoke it once or twice a day with no tobacco, just by itself in the paper or via bong, if I have it for 3 days and then don't have the need to have it for another 4 days or even a day, then am I likely to feel the effects of withdrawal symptoms? Is it going to affect my moods? And these are all things that I am working on now with my antidepressants. So I don't want to have to put up with something that inevitably, no, that's the wrong word, choice of words. I don't want to have to put up with something that I shouldn't have to anyway. If, for example, Valium can do the same thing, and Valium, yes, it is highly addictive, but apparently you can get away with taking it. Like, you can take 2 milligrams or even 10 milligrams once a day, then 3 days later you can take some more. I don't know whether that would make a difference to my mood. I mean, I'm already exposed to depression anyway, so will cannabis, I mean, is anyone out there that can help me with this question? Will cannabis actually heighten my moods in such a way where I'll feel even more depressed and more down, when I can't really afford to do that because I'm on the highest dose of now 1 antidepressant instead of 2, and I don't want to add to that. I hope I'm coming across correctly. I tend to speak these days and people don't sort of understand me, so I can't really adjust this because, well, wow, I've spoken for 11-12 minutes going on now. Anyway, I do feel a bit better talking to you guys. I can't really talk to my daughter this way. I won't go into that. It's nothing personal. It's just because I love her so much. I probably do need to go back to see a psychiatrist or psychologist. Psychologist more like it, because I'm already medicated through the GP and through the pain clinic. Pain clinics, by the way, if you can get yourself into a pain clinic, then I tell you what, it's the best fucking thing you can ever do. The best thing. They help me to understand every single drug that I'm taking. They allow me to make the decision before they even say, well, you should be on this, start taking this. It's a holistic approach, so they care for my emotions. With a psychologist, I can learn how to do things again with occupational therapy and rehabilitation services. There's pharmacists, there's psychiatrists as well. He actually runs the pain clinic, and he is a wealth of knowledge. But at the moment, my ongoing pain, especially from my bladder and my upper back, is making me hurt big time, and I need to know some other alternatives that I can use that are perhaps a more natural sense, like cannabis, like marijuana. So I don't know, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? There's a zillion questions I want to ask right now, and don't know, maybe you out there can help me. How do you guys feel about cannabis? I know in certain countries, and I know I have subscribers in certain countries that don't even have to ask the question. They can go out and buy the product in legal shop fronts, you know. My daughter has visited Amsterdam, and yep, she had a sample of a cookie, very strong cookie, she said, and although she could trust the people she was with at the time, traveling with, pardon me, she did say it was a pretty unusual, unique experience that she probably never would want to experience again because of the way it made her feel, I guess. And young kids these days, I mean, there's so much more out there in the drug market that it does make a parent really, really scared, that's for sure. Fuck, it's 33 outside. I've got this set to 24 and it's fucking freezing, so don't tell me the air cons don't work. Oh, anyway, thanks guys for listening. I'm going to cut it short now. I'm going to finish it. But I do thank you so much for letting me open up to you guys. it means the world. And I love and appreciate your comments and your experiences. Could I please ask that you perhaps share my channel with someone who does already suffer with a mental health issue, that you subscribe to my channel, like the vlogs, and if you want to be notified of new upcoming or uploaded events from myself, then simply hit that notification bell. So guys, girls, thank you very much for tuning in. I love you guys. Thank you very much for subscribing, and I will see you again very shortly. But for now, BFN. Traffic today is bad. I should have gone the other way. But nonetheless, we will get there. I'm an hour early. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Always thank my drivers. Busy on the roads today, and I don't know whether that's got anything to do with the smoke or what it's got to do with, but either way it's pretty hectic. So I'm going to put the phone down now and going to continue to drive like a normal person. Alright, so 11:30, this is going to be a very quick swim, of dip in the pool, and I will have to head off to see my doctor. Doctor's appointment today is to ask about some side effects to cannabis, especially the kind that you buy illegally, because they don't know, or they haven't put money into research. They probably wouldn't even have to put money into research, for the simple fact is I'm sure people on the cannabis that smoke it would offer some sort of answer as to how it makes them feel and the side effects. But what I'm worried about is it going to hinder my moods any more than what they already are on my antidepressants? If, for example, I don't have a regular dosage. My line of thinking is that instead of taking a Valium or an Endone or even more opioids, I could possibly use cannabis oil. And here in Australia, it's sort of legalised if you've got pain, epilepsy, palliative care patient. You have to apply to the government first. The doctor then writes your script, and they are currently getting it from Holland until at least Australia's supplies can get up enough to supply the people that are currently on or prescribed the medication cannabis oil. I've been to a doctor, and the doctor said that I am a strong candidate for the cannabis, and he would recommend the cannabis oil with the CBD only. CBD, one of those, which is the part that actually does its wonders on you. The tea. Yep. Yeah, I do. I'm getting out in a minute. 'Cause at 1:30. No, I'd shit myself if that was the case. The THP is the part that actually gives you the high, that makes you feel all wee, ha ha ha. And for those people who have never had cannabis and experienced the effects, I'm not saying for you to actually try it to get an idea, because I would never recommend that. It's a drug and it's illegal. However, it's unlike any, and I can only speak for opioids like morphine, because I'm on them. I can't speak for heroin or anything like that, because I've never tried any of that shit, or speed, but it's unlike the effects of that. So I can feel very, very tired on opioids, morphine-based opioids, synthetic really, although they come from opium plants, so it's not really synthetic, it's how they make it is the synthetic part. But same to be said about cannabis really with the oil. So I guess what I'm actually saying is that quick shake, sorry about that, I had to shake the world there. So I guess what I'm saying is I forgot my train of thought, and that's the Lyrica for you. Lyrica gives you brain fog, and that I've got right now. So I have to get this protecting case off the friggin' front of the screen. It's not sticking properly. I only just purchased it in the mail. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you get stuff in Queensland. You can get it, and stuff like this is already damaged in the mail because of the heat. So I don't know about everyone else out there, but So yes, that was what I wanted to discuss with the doctor today, and also I need some regular scripts written, because the opioids you can only ever get a month for, and I only get a month because, and it may be just a regulation in Queensland, I don't know, but I can only ever get a script for 1 month, and that's with their special Canberra authority, and that's only because those scripts go straight to my local pharmacy and they dispense the medication. Whereas, you know, other people, what they've done in the past is they've got it, they've shop around to different doctors, and in turn they get one doctor to write a script out, then another doctor, then they'll go to different pharmacies to get them filled, and therefore they'll sell them. And I don't know how much they're worth on the market, but apparently they must be worth quite a bit, because we're in an opioid epidemic, apparently, the government says. Government tells you what they want you to know and how they want you to feel about things, so that you can get up those people with persistent pain who are dying in palliative care and who have epilepsy, so you can get up them for being addicted to drugs. Well, that's what the hospital says anyway. That's why, hey, we've got a bad reputation, simply because of the addicts out there that abuse these pharmaceuticals because of their addictions, rather than going to rehab. And I can't talk because rehab costs money, I believe, especially in countries like America. You've got to pay for it, and if you don't have insurance, how can you pay for it? So I do totally get the addiction part, guys. I mean, I'm not addicted to my drugs, as the psychiatrist says of the pain clinic, but he does say that I'm not addicted, but he would call it, what did he say? Not addicted. It means that I need it, otherwise I would feel terrible, basically. You know, you'll feel the effects of, the side effects of going off it, not weaning off it. So it's not addiction though, it is something else. It's, in other words, I need it for my back pain to actually get around and live. Not to mention my bladder spasms. That's fucking sheer hell. Sitting up now in the pool, fuck, I gotta say, it's a bit depressing, because I know there are people out there in this big old world of ours that are suffering right now. You know, Judy's got a farm and she's got cattle, and fuck, you know, I don't think I really know what hard work is, to be honest with you. If I knew, I'd understand. And I mean, I can possibly understand how hard it would be to run a farm with cattle, especially with the need to feed them, to give them, you know, hydration. Geez, it must be fucking hard, I tell you, being a farmer. But I did hear that the Coles law case in regards to Coles not passing on the Coles not passing on the interest or whatever it was to the farmers, because they did a price hike on milk. So they've just won a case, and the judges have declared that Coles now have to pay them the difference between what they were getting paid and what the current rate is. And although that was millions, unfortunately, there are also millions of farmers out there that have been impacted. So that money isn't going to go too far. Yes, it's the right time of the year, perfect time of the year, but let's face it, it's not going to be enough to see these farmers get by. So I'm sure there are some sort of farming or agriculture organisations that take donations of, I don't know, clothing, food, money, liquids. So if you are nearby, and if there's one thing that I could ask you to do as a Christmas gift, is perhaps donate to this type of organisation to help these farmers out there that, let's face it, that aren't able to even put a Christmas turkey on their dinner table this year. That's who I want to think of this year for Christmas, is the farmers. So we're praying for the farmers, and if anyone out there wants to donate anything, please donate something to the farmers organisation out there. I'll try and find a link for it before popping this video or uploading it and put it in the description field below. But I can't say that there are other organisations elsewhere in the world. At the moment, I'm asking you to donate to Australian farmers. So if you know, you want to do something for Christmas for someone, that's what you can do. Guys, I got to get out of here now. I've got an appointment with my GP and I have to go. I can't renege because I'm running out of meds. So with that said, it's cheerio and bye for now, and later on I'll come back to you and tell you what the tea is. So I'm currently going through McDonald's drive-through because Hungry Jack's was chock-a-block for a small chocolate thick shake. So stay tuned. Thanks very much. You too. Cheers everybody. I needed some cheering up, I think. It is certainly a whacked off day. There's so many cars around, there's smoke everywhere. I was just listening to the ABC radio and they were advertising that there is a smoke band covering almost 600 kilometers round. Yep, go to me, go to you, thank you darling. Thank you, oh, you're going in there anyway. So it's a pretty big smoke cloud. And there are literally fires all around us in a radius of about 600 kilometres. So, hello, wake up, Mr. World. Thank you. Matt Rabina now. He used to shop here all the time. RECQ Life Flight. That's where they take their donations. Yum. Milk, protein, chocolate for the cravings. Sorry, it's pretty boring this part of the drive, but just concentrating because there are so many idiots on the road today. Wow. Just done a really big circle. Always love passing a Tesla. Well, I'll hit stop for now and I'll speak to you again when I'm at the doctor's. See you very shortly. Righty, we've reached our destination. I'm here at the doctor's. I'll probably give you a bit of a look in at the check-in, etc, etc. I think it's 1:30 my appointment, so I'm a bit early, but that's okay, I'm always early. Alright, I'll be showing you around very shortly. And that's under shelter.